Good afternoon, students. I'll start with the class. In the previous class, I'd given you some formula based on the derivatives and some basic problems we had calculated. I'd given some rules of differentiation also. Okay, so we'll start with the rules. The third one, which is that u into v. So when u into v is used, in the previous class, I had solved problems based on when there is a plus or minus sign. Okay, so just one problem I solved now. Then later, suppose y is given as 3 raised to x minus 3 raised to 3. So we have to find derivative of this. Suppose when you differentiate, whenever there is plus or minus sign, you don't have to worry because differentiation applies to all the terms equally. So dy by dx will be, this is in the form of a raised to x, and you know that a raised to x log a is the answer. So as per this, derivative of 3 raised to x will be 3 raised to x log 3. 3 cube is a constant. 3 cube value is 27. 27 is a constant, so answer will be 0. Derivative of a constant is always 0. This is x raised to 3, x raised to n formula. Again, log 3 is a constant. Three is a coefficient. Keep it, copy paste as it is. Derivative of log x is 1 by x. The answer is 3 raised to x log 3 plus 3x square minus 3 by x. So as long as there is plus or minus sign, don't have to worry. You have to just go on differentiating all the terms. Now, next step will be u into v. Suppose what to do is there's a multiplication sign. So what does derivative of u into v mean? U out of it, take the derivative of v plus v you write out, take the derivative of. Let's start with the first one. Differentiate means find the derivative of. Suppose if the same problem was x cube plus sin x, what will be the answer? Dy by dx would have been, you can take the derivative separately. So this answer would be 3x square. Derivative of sin x is cos x. Whatever answers I'm writing is as per the 14th formula which I have given. We have to by heart it. So this is x raised to n form. So it is n x raised to n minus 1. This is derivative of sin x is straight away cos x. So if it was plus sign, this would have been the answer. But now there's a multiplication sign. So if you go to write like this, because of x cube derivative is 3x square, and there's a multiply, and you write like this and keep, it is wrong. You directly cannot differentiate when there's a multiplication sign. You have to apply this u into v rule. So as per that, This is u and this fellow is v. First term is u, the other one is v. Now differentiate. The derivative of d is dy by dx. Derivative of y is dy by dx. Now, as per this, you copy paste as it is. Don't find its derivative. You just copy paste as it is. Now what you have to do? Take the derivative of the second one. Instead of v, you have to put sin x. Take derivative of the second fellow. Then plus sign. Now copy paste v as it is. And take the derivative of first. So it is like only one person has an entry. So what you do? You take the other person, keep the other person out, take the derivative of the second, one at a time. So this is how you can differentiate only one term at a time. So when you're differentiating this fellow, keep this one out. When you're differentiating this fellow, keep this one out of the derivative. So what is derivative of sin x? Look into the formula page and tell. Derivative of sin x is cos x. Sin x, copy paste as it is. What is derivative of x? Yeah, 3x. Once you write the derivative, this d by dx goes. What is this read as? Derivative of x cube. The answer is this. If I don't understand, having some difficulties, I'll ask. Next one. Now again there are two terms. This is u, and this is v. Because there's a multiplication term. Now I have to take the dy by dx pi raised to x. Copy paste as it is. Take the derivative of the second fellow. Middle sign is plus. Copy paste the second one outside. Take the derivative of the u. U into derivative of v plus v into derivative of u. Now you know what is the answer of this. Refer the table and find out what is derivative of cos x. Derivative of cos x is minus sin x. And derivative of a raised to x is a raised to x log a. A means it is 5. This is the answer. You can write the same order also, no problem, or this way also, whichever. Because finally they are all multiplications. So whether you write this last, this first doesn't matter. Next one. Now don't think these are three terms. This is anyways coefficient. Coefficient is not considered as a term. So this is u, this is v. I'll write it like this because by the time you'll copy it looks like divided by u. This is u and this term is v. 8 is like coefficient, so it will remain out. 8, keep it outside because 8 belongs to both the terms. So I'm keeping it out. So this will be copy paste 10 u as it is. Take the derivative of the second fellow. Then write the second fellow as it is. Take derivative of the first fellow. Now refer the table. What is derivative of log x? Derivative of log x is 1 by x. The answer is into 1 by x. You can write this. This is the answer. Now one more thing I want to clear it out to you all. Some students what they do is they write 10 of x upon x as 1 and keep. What they do, they write 10 of x upon x is 1 because they have studied sin x upon x and 10x upon x is 1. But remember this, 10 of x upon x remains the same only if there's a limit you are taking, then only it is 1. So if you write this equals to 1, it is wrong. This is correct. 10 of x upon x is never 1. Only if you take limit 10 of x upon x, then only it is 1. So stop writing this as 1. Same way, if it was sin x upon x, sin x upon x is not equals to 1. Only limit extending to 0, sin x upon x equals to 1. It works only for limit formula, not for derivative. Now I have to find derivative of this. Now what is happening? I can find derivative of this one separate, this one separate. As long as there's plus sign, I don't have to worry. So now what is happening? This is also u, this is v. Again, there's a multiplication sign. So this is u, this is v. So now differentiate. Dy by dx. Now take this as one diagram. So u into v apply. As for that, u into derivative of v plus v into derivative of v. Later you can skip this step. I'll show you. This without this step also directly can write down. This is for this term. Middle there's a plus sign. Now this. Again u into v. Derivative of cot x is minus cos x square x. Cot x as it is. Derivative of e raised to x is e raised to x only. Derivative of sec x is sec x tan x. And derivative of x raised to 5 is 5x raised to 4. That is the answer. Now just arrange properly and write. So this is the answer. So as long there is plus, even if there was minus, you have to put minus. Only when there's a multiplication, you have to apply this form. Next one. Now, only multiplication sign separates them out as two terms. A plus sign will never consider. So this, whenever there's plus sign, you don't have to worry. So this whole thing can be considered as just one term. Multiplication sign separates into two different terms. So this one is u, and this one is v. This whole thing is v, and this is, if there was multiplication, then there would be three terms. This would be u, v, and w. But when there's plus sign, take it as one term only. Now apply the formula. Copy paste u as it is. Take the derivative of v. If you don't want to write this step, directly you apply the formula. Suppose if this step was not written. Okay. Then in your mind only you have to think of that formula now. What you have to do, dy by dx is, suppose this step is not written. Directly looking at this also you can solve. Copy paste u as it is. In your mind, directly write, without writing the step, straight away think, I know that I have to write derivative of this fellow. What is derivative of x? 1 plus what is derivative of log x? 1 by. So u into derivative of v, then plus v, copy paste as it is, and now you have to take the derivative of u. But e raised to x derivative is e raised to x. It will not change. Okay. If you want, you can take out e raised to x common from both the terms. So what remains is this will be done. Next one. Now, as long as there's a plus sign, this whole thing will be considered as u. This whole thing will be v. Now start differentiating. So dy by dx will be copy paste u as it is. Take the derivative of the second one plus copy paste the second one and take derivative of the first. This write as it is again. Now we know that we have to take derivative of these two terms. So what is derivative of x? 1. Derivative of 10x is x square x. You have to know all the formulae by heart from formula number 1 to 14. You please write all the formulae and stick it on the wall or some place where you can usually see and revise. So that you don't have to turn the page again and again to refer the formula. Then plus this you have to write as it is. Derivative of x is 1. Derivative of sec x is sec x 10. Now open up the brackets just to simplify. Or they have wait, in the textbook also they have left it as it is. That much is done. If your teacher is specifically asking you to open up the brackets and simplify and keep, you can. Otherwise, this is your actual answer. X into 1 is x. You want to open up the bracket and keep. This also is okay. But all the terms are different. So anyways, you cannot simplify more. Actual answer on the textbook is given this much. Write the first one, take derivative of second, then middle sign. Take the copy paste the second one, take derivative of the first. Next one. Now there are two multiplication signs. This will so every multiplication sign will make it one term. So here this is having 3 terms. So we have to apply u v w rule. So we know the derivative of u we have to keep out. U and v, take the derivative of the third fellow. Then this and this you can keep out. Take derivative of the first one. Then u and w, take derivative of the second. So we know that only one term we can differentiate at a time. If we are differentiating this fellow w, then u and v we have to keep out. If we are differentiating u inside, then we have to keep v and w out. In the last one, so every term, one term should get one chance at a time. And the remaining two should be kept out. So when you differentiate this will be n dy by dx. X raised to 4 and log x I'll keep out. And now take derivative of the third one. Then this and this I'll keep out. Take derivative of the second one. Then keep u and w out. Order doesn't matter, huh? You could take this to first and take derivative of this one. Because finally there's a plus sign. So if this term had come here, this had gone there, doesn't matter. Your aim should be you have to differentiate one at a time. So whichever term you are differentiating, keep him inside, the remaining two keep it out. So in that process, all the three terms should get one chance. Wait, something has gone wrong. I've done the same thing again. This should have been V and W. This will be X raised to. So all the terms are getting one chance. Now take the derivative. Derivative of sin x is cos x. Derivative of x raised to 4 is 3 4x cubed. So this is the answer. This can get cancelled from x cube. Next one. Again, this is u v w. Differentiate. This will be dy by dx. Take the derivative cos x 2 at a time out. Then this 2 I'll keep out. You don't have to write a formula. This and this out. So if you know all the formulae, 14 formulae by heart, now this is very easy. You just have to think of what is the derivative of cosec x. You can refer the table. Derivative of cosec x is minus cosec x cot x. Cosec root x is 1 upon 2 root x. Otherwise, long cut if you want to follow, then try this. X raised to half. And derivative of x raised to half is half. This is a long cut method. At the end, you will get, after simplification, you will get it as 1 upon 2 root x only. So if you directly remember, root x formula is 1 upon 2 root x. And derivative of e raised to x is e raised to x only. So this will be the answer. Now you just have to open up the bracket, write everything again. Okay, so this is about u into v, and u v is up down root. Next is u upon, suppose there's a division. What does u upon v rule say? Derivative of u upon v is v into derivative of u. Now minus sign, u into derivative of v upon v square. Okay, so differentiate first one. Now what is happening? There's one term in the denominator. If you write the answer as this one's derivative is this and this one's derivative cos x, it is wrong. You cannot write, you cannot take derivative of numerator and derivative of denominator like this and keep. Whenever it is u upon v, you have to follow this. So this is u, this is v. When you differentiate, what you have to do, basically copy paste the denominator as it is. So sin x I have to write as it is without doing anything. And now take the derivative of the numerator. Middle sign is always minus. Then take the numerator, take derivative of the denominator. And now b square. Now just simplify this. Derivative of x raised to 8 is 8x raised to 7 and x raised to n minus 1. The derivative of sin x is cos x upon sin of x the whole square can be written as sin square x. That's the answer. You can just arrange and write it in front. This is the answer. Now, as long there's a plus sign, you don't have to worry. It is considered as whole term. The numerator is u and denominator is v. This whole thing is v. Now apply the formula. Dy by dx will be, copy paste the denominator as it is. This is v. I have to take the derivative of u. Middle sign is minus, right? E raised to x. Now take the derivative of denominator. This whole thing is v. Now start taking the derivative. Derivative of e raised to x is e raised to x only, so it will not change. Derivative of e raised to x is e raised to x. Now I have to take derivative of 1. Derivative of 1 is 0 because it's a constant. Derivative of sin x is cos x. I have to take derivative of whatever is inside this bracket. Derivative of this both the term upon leave this as it is. E raised to x is common. You can take from both the terms. What remains is 1 plus sin x. This into plus. This will be the answer. Next one. Now the entire numerator is u and the entire denominator is v. Apply the formula. V into derivative of u. Middle sign is minus. Take the derivative of denominator upon v square. Derivative of x is 1, derivative of sin x is cos x. Minus derivative of x is 1, derivative of cos x is minus sin x. Open up the brackets. X cos x into cos x is cos square x. Again minus x. Okay, let's put a bracket. Minus is outside x. But this is minus, so multiply to all the terms. All the signs will change. Now you know that sin square x plus cos square x is 1. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is always equals to 1. So this plus this will give me 1. So this is done. Don't go to open up this, a plus b the whole square. Leave it as it is. Next one. Now there's numerator term also, denominator term also. So this will be u and this is v. This is denominator. V into derivative of u minus u into derivative of v upon v square. Derivative of x is 1, derivative of 3 is 0. Minus derivative of this is 2x, derivative of 5 is 0. Just open up the bracket. Minus 4x square. This is minus 2x square. This is done. Just in case if you want, you can still further simplify, take out minus 2 common. In that case, it will be like, or I can leave the answer like this also. Next one. Wait, and don't make it to this because this can be converted into 10x. Okay, no problem. Now, one option is you can use u upon v rule, or else what you can do is you can simplify this. What is sin x upon cos x? 10x. So instead of complicating this, this will become u into v rule. So now u into v is what? U into derivative of v plus v into derivative of x cube x square x. Derivative of 10 is x square x and derivative of x cube is 3x square. So this will be the answer. Next one. Is- One second. Suppose the problem is like this. Now there is one option which you can solve using u upon v. But u upon v is mostly the higher version. U into v is still easier than u upon v because you have to take v into derivative of u minus this upon v. But as long as if I can convert u upon v into u into v, then this is much simpler. So always whenever you have something in the denominator, check if you can simplify this. Simplify means what? What I'll do is just take this x raised to 4 up. What is going to look like? X raised to minus. So this is u and this is v. So in which form it is? U into v. Now take the derivative. Both the ways if you solve, you'll get the same answer. Huh? So u, copy paste as it is. Take the derivative of v plus v into derivative of u. This will be 16x, or you can take 8. Derivative of x square is 2x. Derivative of e raised to x is e raised to x only. Derivative of minus 4 is minus 4, x raised to minus 4 minus 1. So you can take this back down. You multiply this. I can keep it as it is. Minus 4 and minus 4 I'll bring this side. 8x square plus e raised to x. X raised to minus 5 I'll take it down. So it will become x raised to 5. Okay, can leave the answer like this one. or make it more simpler. Okay, now what is the problem? You can take and make it as cosec and make it u into v into rule. Okay, u into v into w rule, or else if you just want to solve, now this will be u, this will be w. But only thing it's going to get complicated. So what you can do is sin x you can always take on top, become cosec x, and then you apply u v w rule and then solve. Okay, so this one you can try. Next one, suppose something like this is there. Now there is no chance of taking this on top because it is multiplication. If it was a single term, you can always take it on top. So what we'll do, as of now, we'll take this as u and this as v. Although there are two terms, just ignore this. Now priority will be, first this will be u and this is v. So apply u upon v rule. Dy by dx will be v, this is like full v into derivative of u minus u into derivative of v upon v square. So u, this you copy paste as it is. Now what is derivative of 3 raised to x? 3 raised to x log 3. Middle sign is minus. Now 3 raised to x, I need to take derivative of this. Now when I'm going to find a derivative of this, now again be careful. There are two terms. If there was plus sign, I could directly write it as 1 plus x square x. But now there's a multiplication. So again, this will be u into v rule. Because there's a multiplication sign, u into v. So directly I cannot apply what is derivative of x1. I cannot write like this and keep. This is wrong. Whenever there is a multiplication, I have to use u into v rule. So what does u into v rule say? X into derivative plus 10x into derivative of x. U into derivative of v minus v into derivative upon v square. Okay, so this will be the answer. In case you want, you can take out this bracket common. One last problem. Okay. Now there are two ways of solving this. Directly you can apply u upon v rule, this full thing upon this. But only thing, it will just get complicated because this will be again sec x tan x. This will be sec square x. Again this way. One more option is just simplify this. This is 1 upon cos. Same with sec x is 1 upon cos x. This will be sin x upon cos x. This will be 1 upon sin x upon cos x. 1 minus sin x. So it will get simplified as 1 plus sin x upon. And now this can be taken as u, can be taken as v. And now you differentiate. So y is what now? 1 plus sin x upon. I think the similar one I've already differentiated. V into derivative of u derivative of 1 is 0, derivative of sin x is cos x. Open up the bracket. Minus into minus will give me plus. Cos x plus cos x is 2 cos x. So if you know the 14 formula, you know u into v rule, u v w rule, and u upon v rule. Then any kind of problem you can solve. Okay, so I'll stop here.